disco ball was somehow sending out messages to people on WhatsApp that they really all needed to talk to me. So that's kind of funny. I'm grateful that I started a third time because I am tenacious. So I'm gratitude for the tenacious genes that I was born with, that my family taught me to keep trying, to not give up. And I am grateful for the snow that we had because snow is so pretty and so pleasant and beautiful. And I'm grateful that I did not have to shovel any of it myself. Third time is a charm, okay? It is a charm. And I was just about to talk about the church fairies because I didn't have to shovel the snow. I did toss out some salt this morning because there were some icy patches. And, you know, we California people, we don't know what to do with snow and ice. It's a foreign thing. So anyway, I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful for your tenacity. I literally deleted WhatsApp from my phone because that was the problem. Was someone decided to reach out to me, someone who I didn't know, and no, not doing that. So bye-bye WhatsApp. I hardly ever use it, so that's fine with me. So as you come in, if you would like to say what you're grateful for, that'd be fantastic. If you would like to talk about intentions, that's great. And we'll go from there. And this may be a super short live just because of the touch and go of it all. But I'm thrilled to be here. Someone else came in the room and liked, so it's probably one of our familiar friends. And yes, it's Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. I took WhatsApp off my phone, so we should be good. So yeah, I'm really pleased that I've gotten so much done today. What are you all grateful for? I'd love to hear. We have, I'm reading wrong. Cairo, Hiking Happens is here. And Treaty by Rhonda Hensley is here. I'm saying your whole name for YouTube's benefit, in case you wondered why I'm repeating your entire name, your entire YouTube name. So, oh, wow. Okay, you got your grocery shopping done. One of my least favorite tasks. But I'm glad that you got that done before it got crowded. Whew. Shopping's not my favorite thing at all. I don't like any kind of shopping. I did not get the female gene to like shopping. So I'm grateful for you that you did that because I know how painful grocery shopping can be. Let's see, what else? I'm grateful. Oh, so yeah, Ken Rowe. Rhonda's wondering what your name is. I was just figure it's Kevin on board, but I'm not sure. Welcome, people who are coming in now. We're so grateful you're here. If you would put in the comments what you're grateful for, we would love to hear from you. Also, if you'd like to say what your intention is, what you'd like to do, what you would enjoy experiencing this week, that would also be wonderful. We're down to the last week of school for some people. I know that teacher Kelly Tagg, this is her last week of school. And so if you want to go by and give her a shout, tell her you hope she feels better. I'm sure she'd appreciate that. Oh, and Ro, okay, that's really nice that Ro did that. I'm glad that she's out there. Although that's really what is interesting for someone like me who loves cemeteries. I've never been to a cemetery in the snow in my life. I think that needs to change. At my daughter and son-in-law, they live in parsonages. Like I live in a manse, they live in a parsonage. And at their old parsonage, where they used to live, there was a really cool cemetery right behind the house. And I would go visit complete strangers just because I love cemeteries. And there was a family, it's one of those cemeteries where it was old. So they had people who died, families died. Hi, Pam. Good to see you. And I visited a little girl named Susie. And I wrote a haiku about Susie, just because she fascinated me and she shares my sister's name. So if any of you have any more gratitudes you'd like to share, that's fantastic. That would be fantastic. I'm grateful that I got my new Michael Vlogmas out today. It's funny because I've gotten things done, but I've also had stumbling blocks along the way. Hi, Kathleen. How nice to see you. So glad to see you on my gratitude and intention broadcast, which is really all of your broadcast. It's your live. If you'd like to say what you're grateful for, that would be wonderful. For people who don't know Kathleen, Kathleen paints, is a lot of painting broadcaster. I'm falling into Periscope language. She does a lot of lives about painting. Oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to seeing that coming out. So Kevin K. Row Hiking Happens has a video coming out on Wednesday. You'll want to watch it. They have great videos, hiking, etc. So we have hiking videos, we have storytelling videos, we have mental health and wellness videos. We have, I think I've mentioned everybody. Oh, Pam, storytelling. Yeah, we have a lot of cool people on here that you all need to make friends with because they have great content. And one of the things that with Vlogmas is I'm intentional. I'm trying to intentionally help people to not feel lonely at a time of year that is sometimes very lonely for people. So thank you, Kathleen. Kathleen saying, hit the like button. Yes, please hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. So these lives also help with my watch time. And like the rest of you all, I'm working on my watch time. I go live twice a week. This Wednesday, I'm going live with poetry, and I'm not going to fall asleep. Rhonda, Entreaty by Rhonda Hensley, she goes on at the Eastern Time 8 o'clock hour, 7 o'clock Central. And then I will follow her at 9 if you want to have a double feature of really fun broadcasts. Why am I doing that? Why am I falling into Periscope talk? Sorry about that. I'm looking for the book that I'll be reading from, which was right in front of me before I went live. Okay, Pam. Pam says, I'm grateful that I actually slept last night. And on a larger scale, grateful I'm learning to trust God more than before. That is excellent. I would say trust is one of those final frontiers for me, which I'm glad to say I've gotten better at also. And I use the word much more. There was a lot of times in my life when I didn't trust anyone. Not human, not divine. I just did not have a very strong trust muscle. It felt totally contradictory to me. So thank you, Pam, for bringing that up. And I see that you're getting a lot of really positive feedback for that. Certainly feels good. Any intentions? We've had a lot of gratitude. How about some intentions? And I'm really grateful that you all found us. I'm grateful that you all found us so that you could participate. And yes, we have someone here who, I don't know your name, but Jesus is the only one we can trust. And yes, many people do believe that, although here we're open to all beliefs. So that's one of the things, in fact, I say today's Vlogmas is that, we're open and welcoming to all. So, but I'm really grateful to have, and I was going to say, okay, well, that's important stuff to let go of. Amanda! That is correct. Okay, so Amanda Davis. Amanda, you are welcome here. You are very welcome here. We welcome everyone. And I kept saying to people, why do I keep talking in Periscope talk? Why do I keep talking in Periscope talk? Yeah, intentions. Now I know why. That's like something that Amanda and I know, and the rest of you are like, why is Julie so excited? Anyway. Intentions, like, what do you hope to do this week? Who do you hope to be? What do you hope to feel like as you travel along? And so that's what I would like to know as far as your intentions go. So I intend to stay at a feeling of peace and calm as I go about this week. It's going to be a pretty busy week. And sometimes when weeks are busy like that, I am sometimes not calm, and I want to stay in a place of peace and calm. Good coffee and a warm house. Those are also wonderful things to be grateful for. This is my coffee cup of the day. I'm trying to use all my Christmas things since it is the Christmas season. Well, it's good to intend to understand the world. That's excellent. Because the more we understand the world that we occupy, the better off we will all be. Truly. All right, so my intention is to stay calm, stay peaceful. I intend to, Amanda intends to shine light wherever you go. I can definitely see that in you, Amanda. Amanda, let me introduce you to some of the people that I know. So, Amanda, I want to introduce you to those that I know. That includes Kathleen is a painter. I don't know, Kathleen, I'm sure you do other things, but I mostly equate you with painting. K-Row Hiking Happens. They are people who hike. And in fact, I met them because they hike near where I live, which is wonderful. This is Pam Tells Amazing Stories. Oh, exactly. And Pam likes to use the same mug every morning. I was going to say, because I'm a mug collector, you will see a variety of mugs. And I love collecting mugs because I am very utilitarian. And so I like useful things rather than frivolous things. And I actually use my Christmas mugs all year long. So there you know a little bit more about me. I was looking for pink Christmas mugs today. I have not purchased one, but that would be my next Christmas mug purchase. Did my face just get brighter because my my computer monitor just came back on? Thank you for the likes, the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for liking the video. I appreciate each person who's coming in. In fact, I'm grateful for each and every one of you. I'm grateful that I was able to keep the live going, even though 2 tries were problematic. We nipped that problem in the bud. And I'm grateful that Kevin and Rhonda came back here, who were here at first. They were here from the beginning. So I'm grateful that we were able to do that. I'm grateful we were able to come back. I'm grateful for each person who's arrived. I'm grateful to see my friend from long ago and continuing, Amanda, came by, which is great. Amanda's a friend from Periscope days, and y'all have heard me talk about Periscope till the end of time, and I probably will, because it was a really great place to meet really wonderful people, including Amanda. So, okay. Oh, okay, I need to keep going down. Think about your intention. That's fine. And it is a hard time of year. Let's see. Okay, I missed those. Rhonda says her intention for this week is to stay in the present moment. Yes, that's a wonderful one. I agree. I agree absolutely. Kathleen only paints on her lives. That's so interesting. I wonder why that is, Kathleen. The one thing that's so cool about lives is you have company when you're doing things. So I can see why that would happen. I've been thinking of doing some more writing lives. I don't know how interested people would be in doing writing on lives, but I did those in the past and they were really popular. People would come together and I would offer a prompt and we'd write for 5 minutes. And I thought those were really, really good, really helpful, really of service to people. Oh, Amanda, that's great. That's fantastic. Okay, well, you know, Kathleen, I need to check it out. I need to go deeper on your channel so that next time you come back, that I'll be able to say more about you. Stay patient and keep your temper, says Pam. Very, very helpful. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Maybe I'll start doing that in January. Or maybe I'll start doing it during my road trip. Huh. So for those of you who don't know, I'm grateful that I'm taking a cross-country road trip this winter, leaving in the middle of January, and I will be on the road trip through middle of March. And yeah, so maybe I'll do that then, because writing calms me. Does writing calm you, Amanda? Yeah, exactly. Little by little, we'll get to know each other. That is very true. So that might be a good thing. I've been thinking that when I'm road tripping, kind of settling in, and yeah, maybe I could do that. I'm planning on going live on the road, literally on the road, because I've seen a lot of YouTubers who live stream while they're driving. And while I don't always say yay, drive and live stream, I figure if I point it to the road, the camera to the road, and keep an eye on the road, it ought not be a problem. Kathleen, oh, you wash your dishes? That's like Paula does. And yeah, I was going to say writing is extremely calming. I oftentimes use it to calm myself down. I would say writing and journaling, free flow writing, is a great calmer of the nervous system for me, because if I have stuff swirling in my head, I can get it out. And it's like washing it out of my system. I'm going to be going on the road in January. No, I'm not road tripping north. I'm road tripping south. I'm coming back across the country in March, and I'll be going more north on that trip. So, you have done a collab. Oh, you two are funny. That is hilarious. So Kathleen and Mrs. Paula Does Retirement have done a dishwashing collab, which sounds absolutely brilliant. So maybe, Amanda, if you go live, we could do a collab with writing. That would actually be really fun to do a collab with writing and with another writer. If you prompt people, because I have so many prompts. If you watch the one of my recent Vlogmases, I actually share a prompt on it. I love road tripping, Pam. I love road tripping. Can you get to the United States? I'm road tripping in the United States. So I would love to have, what's it called? A wing person for at least part of the trip. So that's like one of my dreams, is to have people with me like for a day. You know, have someone ride along, wing person for a day. You know, take them from one point to another point. See, I think that'd be great. I would feel totally calm going live with somebody else in the car manning the phone. Oh, do you see what Rhonda said? I'm going to say this on the live. So Entreaty by Rhonda Hensley made the point, the very valid point, that more is revealed between pen and paper than in the mind and heart. I am a big fan of journaling. Brava. I am as well. I am as well. Oh, you're in Montana. You know, it's interesting because I have several different iterations of my road trip. I haven't mapped out either yet. But when I go north, one of the things I would like to do is heal from a road trip that had misfortune in it, where we went up through, went to Seattle and Portland, then across up the northern route. And we went through Montana. My kids love Montana. But there's some places I haven't been. I haven't been to Yellowstone. I'd love to go to Yellowstone. I haven't been to Glacier. I'd love to go to Glacier. We stayed in Butte, Montana, which my kids found Butte so funny. They love that name, Butte, the way it's spelled. If any of you know, you know. And if I go that way, I'm going to Arizona to go to, I'm doing this on the way back. I'm going through on Route 40 on the way back, but then I want to go up. I know that Rhonda's off Route 40, but I want to go up so I can do some of those northern states. And I missed a friend this summer in Illinois, and so I want to go through Illinois. I want to go through Wisconsin. So I might go from Arizona and then go to Utah and go to St. George, because I like to go, I'm national parks. I like to go to Zion again, and I'm trying to think, what's the national park by Zion? Does anyone know? Yeah, I would say most of the roads are shut down now. Amanda, when did the roads to Glacier open up? Because one of the reasons I'm going that way during the later, like the early spring, is so that I can go to some of those places that I couldn't go to in the winter. So last winter I went to Kings Canyon National Park, and it was wildly scary. I didn't stay for very long, but I really wanted to visit one particular sequoia grove, and no one was going to stop me. Well, that sounds good, Pam. Bryce, right, Bryce Canyon, that's where I want to go. Oh, usually around June, but that's late. Yes, I haven't been to Bryce, I've been to Zion. I'd love to go to Bryce. I want to go back to Zion no matter what. That was on when I took my kids on what I call the Great Southwestern Road Trip, because Catherine, my daughter, who's now the pastor, she was doing a summer job at the Navajo Nation outside of Gallup, New Mexico. And so we went to Arizona. We always go to Arizona because my parents lived there. We went to, I love Canyon de Chelly. Have you been to Canyon de Chelly, Kevin? because Canyon de Chelly is a really great park. It's not a national park, but it's an amazing park in northeast Arizona. Beautiful. One of the most soulful places I've ever been to in my life. Okay, thanks, Kathleen. Thank you. I look forward to watching more of your videos, so I know what that's about. Well, when you take your Great Southwest road trip and include all those West Coast really cool national parks, I would suggest that one. So I love it there at Canyon de Chelly. It looks like Canyon de Chelly is how it's spelled, but it's pronounced Shay. And Chaco Canyon is another one that might be in Colorado. But we just had a fantastic time. We went to New Mexico, into, I forgot, Colorado almost, which had Mesa Verde, which is like my favorite place. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Grand Canyon is amazing. And there's just so many. It's like when I went to the Grand Canyon the first time, I was an adult, and then I went to Canyon de Chelly. I was like, wow, Canyon de Chelly has more of that spiritual vibe. Very strong. And I know that Grand Canyon does. Maybe there's just too many people there. Or too many people to get that same feeling. I don't know. But Chaco Canyon, Mesa Verde in Colorado, that was like my dream place to go. Kevin, I don't know if you as a kid in Jersey, if you got all of the teachings about Mesa Verde, but to me, Mesa Verde was like the most mystical place on earth. When we drove through the doorway, or go through the national park terminal place, where you check in, I almost cried. I was so excited. And when I was a child, the only way you could get into the ruins was to go down a ladder. And I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to go into the ruins because I'm kind of scared about taking that ladder. But things have changed now. And so now, they're accessible. So even people with wheelchairs could get down to some of the ruins, which are very, very cool. All right. Well, I will give this I'll stay here until it says 25 on my clock, which is 3 minutes away, because I have places to go today, and I'm still not completely packed. Since I ran into some glitches along the way, so. Anyway, I am very excited at the growth of my channel. I'm very excited about it. I'm very grateful for all the support that I get from people. And I am, oh yeah, that's definitely an intention of having to service your truck. I'll be servicing my car soon. I'm grateful I haven't had any car problems. I was watching a video about road tripping, and I was like, I wonder if I need to do anything extra with my car getting serviced before I go. I don't know. I also confessed on today's video, you'll see it, I confessed about my resistance to do certain activities that I procrastinate about, like some of this packing that I'm doing. Hey, Sally! But I'm glad to say that I've gotten more of my packing done, and I did do my journaling that I don't often do, and that I'm listing things on Facebook Marketplace and giving things away, so I'm very happy about that. So I have an intention to continue that. Okay, yeah, I might need chains. We're talking about my road trip, Sally, the same one that I'm always talking about. Today I'm not going on that road trip. Today I'm going to visit family. And so I need to bring stuff with me. And I'm packed. I'm pretty well packed. I just need to pack a little bit more before I go. And I really would like to leave before 1. But believe it or not, everything's by the door. That last minute panic does help. This is Pam says, I become really productive when inspired by the last minute panic. My goal is that when I come home on Wednesday, and I'm coming back here on Wednesday so I can see a concert performed by the choir from the school where I used to work, which is High Point Regional High School. I'm wearing my High Point State Park shirt, but and look, there's the monument. But I used to work at the high school, and so I want to see them perform, and then after that I'll do my live stream here at home, and then on Thursday I'll be heading down south again. And the reason I'm taking 2 trips is because I want to get more stuff down there. That is very motivating. It's very motivating for me to see that I have fewer things left to move. I'm glad to hear we're in good company. A lot of last minute rushing around. Yes, I can understand that. It's also gray out here, which makes me a little bit nervous. I have not seen any weather reports, and we're expecting snow again, but it's looking rather gray. I should go see if Santa is awake or if Santa fell asleep over there across the street. So good to see you, Sally. I hope you're feeling well. Uh, 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 Oh, yes, the one you're going on in January. That's the one. That's the one, Sally. That's the road trip. Swinging through Pittsburgh on the way to Texas, right? Sally's son lives in Lubbock. I've never been to Lubbock, but believe it or not, my middle daughter's boyfriend is from Lubbock. He's actually very common from Bakersfield. He's lived in Bakersfield and Lubbock. Now, a lot of people don't realize that Lubbock, or Bakersfield, where I lived for much of my adulthood, is quite a bit like Lubbock and Midland, Texas, and all the oil places, or a lot of the oil. The big places that are only oil, it's a lot like Bakersfield, because Bakersfield is one of the highest oil producers in the country. Surprise. Yes, I'm going to swing through Texas. I'm going to see some people down there like Rhonda, Evie, and Allison. And my nephew. My nephew lives outside of Dallas in Richardson. And also, it was very interesting because Chris, who all y'all don't know as well as I do, Chris lives in Corpus Christi. But I don't know geography. But she was saying to me recently, it'd be so great to see you. She really would like to meet up. So I'll need to consult my maps because... yeah, I just need to figure out my timing still. So, yes, according to Rhonda. I don't know, Rhonda, if you were here when I said that on the way back I'm taking Route 40, but I'm doing that so I can go to the Grand Canyon. My brother lives in Bullhead City in Arizona. Yeah, it is way down there. Way down. Okay, it's 8 hours. Maybe I could get Chris to come meet us. That'd be fun. Chris would really enjoy that. In fact, Chris is often here at the Gratitude Live. I don't know where she is. You're right, Sally. That would be tragedy. That would be a tragedy. Absolutely. I'd really love to go to Eastern Tennessee where Paula is too, but that's closer to me. I have a niece who lives near Memphis, and I would like to see her and her little girl. They were recently on a, I'm grateful that they were on a, what's it called? In big arenas where I have is it called an Arbitron, a Cosmotron? You know, those big things. You can see people all over the arena. And she and her daughter were in one of those because they're both very attractive young ladies. And so they were on that. I wish I knew what it's called. Oh, I hear what you're saying, Sally. You know, believe it or not, I've driven cross country alone before, all by myself. And you know what? I loved it. The things that I'm working on doing things alone that I'm uncomfortable with are things like going into a bar. Like, I would love to sing karaoke here in where I live, but the one place I'd like to go, I'm uncomfortable going by myself. But oh yeah, I was gonna say, Sally, you could push me into doing stuff that I'm shy about doing. It is helpful to have an accountability partner. I will give you that, my friend. I will give you that. I agree. Oh, and Sally, I got your Christmas card. Thank you so much. It was so pretty. I loved it. I loved it. Were you singing Walk in the Streets of Bakersfield by any chance? And it's funny because when I say walk in the streets of Bakersfield, you hear that twang. People might not realize that Bakersfield has a twang because of so many people who immigrated there from the Dust Bowl during the Great Depression. And the accent is carried on. There's certain words I say that sound like, you're from California? So, like oil. I don't know if I said oil like that when I was just talking casually, but usually when I'm talking to people in California or people in Bakersfield, I'll say oil. Ole. We have a part of town called Oldale. And I'll say, Oldale, you going to Oldale? And they're like, yes, we're going to Oldale. In fact, George Bush, both of them spent time living in Bakersfield when the younger George Bush was a little boy because of the oil industry. Yeah, there are lots of songs about Texas towns. Yeah. Bakersfield, lots of people don't know, is actually considered the Nashville of Tennessee. Oh, yeah, because I was talking about Memphis. So my favorite Memphis song is called Walking in Memphis. So, love that song. All right, I'll give it one more minute. I've already gone over, and I want to hit the road and pray it doesn't snow while I'm driving. I'm not Canadian. I'm not Canadian. Pam is Canadian. This is Pam is Canadian, for those of you who haven't met her yet. And Amanda loves karaoke. So karaoke, what you're telling me, what I'm hearing you say, Amanda, is that we can go sing karaoke somewhere near Glacier National Park. That would be like a dream come true. That's kind of up there with, if you haven't seen my first Vlogmas episode, when I went on a horse carriage, that's all I'm going to say. I went on a horse-drawn carriage in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and dreams came true. Thank you so much. Thank you. And the one other thing I wanted to say, but oh shoot, it went through my head. Thank you for that prayer, Pam. Thank you. Thank you. You know, Sally, we're going to have to work out our timing, Miss. We're going to have to work out our timing. So I have my map right behind me, as a matter of fact. So when I get back here on Wednesday, I need to mapping it out, because it's about a month away now. In fact, exactly a month away. Are you crying, Sally? Please don't cry. Do you want to sing karaoke in Pittsburgh? If we could sing karaoke in Indiana, Pennsylvania, if you could figure out if there's any karaoke in Indiana, Pennsylvania, I'd be one happy girl. Or singing, we could actually sing with Mr. Rogers, because at Mr. Rogers, the big statue, there's music all the time. And I did sing along to some of those songs, but there were a lot of people going by, you know, right there in downtown Pittsburgh, and they might have thought I was really strange. Something Glacier. Okay, so I just want to tell one more story. Yes, we do need to do Christmas around the world, absolutely. So the other bit of road trip fun that I've been on was when I was in Wyoming. That was when we were in Coeur d'Alene, in Idaho, and then in Wyoming and in Montana. And it was me traveling with my 3 kids. And my youngest, my little boy at the time was, I think, let's see, like 7 or 8. So, no, 7. Because my daughter, oldest, was 17. And so, oh, Rhonda has a karaoke bar, right? I'm telling a story about a charming man in Wyoming. But what I found was people in Wyoming and Montana and those places are very chivalrous. People are very chivalrous here in Northwest New Jersey. Like, that was one of the things that surprised me. So many nice manners. And the men of all ages, little boys up through older men, are complete gentlemen. But this one man in Wyoming, he saw me coming towards the gas station. You know, I had to pay for my gas. And I had 3 kids, you know, we're like a little group of 4, tumbling around the Northwest, or wherever, you know, the upper Northwest, cowboy country. And he must have seen me coming. You know, woman with 3 children. Again, another Hallmark movie scene right there. And so this cowboy man literally ran from the gas pumps to the door so that he could open the door. You know, there you go. That's actually a great plan. If we go to, I could take Sally from Pittsburgh to wherever near Dallas that we meet up. And then you all, Rhonda, and Sally, Rhonda and Sally would go off to Lubbock. And then I could continue on my way. That'd be really fun. We'd still probably get like 3 days in the car, knowing my speed of traveling, Sally, and that would be very fun. If you could do that, that'd be awesome. Wouldn't it be fun? And then we could all meet up, and anybody else who wants to come down could. You know, Pam and Amanda, y'all are welcome to come down. Anyway, I love talking about this stuff because this is a dream come true for me to road trip with other people, have a wingman on the front seat, a wing person on the front seat. Anyway, I've talked longer than I expected to. Thank you all so much for being here. 3 time is a charm, and we will see you. I really hope. And yes, we could practice karaoke in the car. Definitely. Definitely. I sing all the time. Also, I was going to say on my Vlogmas from today, I believe I sing a couple times. So if you want a real show, yeah, have a great week. Thank you so much for coming. I'll go live on Wednesday at 9. I know that's late for many, and it's not a requirement for y'all to hang out with me. But if you'd like to hear some really great poetry, I would love to have you all there. Thanks, everybody. Bye.